Hey, all you zealots and zerglings out there, it's time for the final Game 5 of Dunamai's Qualifier series. Check out Games 1 and 4 if you haven't already, because I'm about to spoil them for you. Dunamai is currently down 1-3 in his Qualifiers match. One of those was a loss due to a DQ, although I'm not convinced he would have pulled it out, although he certainly could have. And his last game, he got completely dissected by a Zerg that really seemed to know what he was doing and had a really strong build that I want to steal. But that was last game. This is this game. He is spawned as the blue Protoss on the north side. His opponent in the cross position is juryu, the red Zerg, who is doing the ever infamous drone extractor trick, which allows you to get extra supply when you shouldn't be able to. I've never done this in StarCraft 2. I think a lot of people argue whether or not it makes a difference, so I guess it's more of a preference thing on whether or not a Zerg wants to do it. I'm not sure what this map is. It does not look familiar to me. I think Blizzard recently kind of changed up their ladder map pool, and I've never seen this one before. I'm not sure what one it is, so you can go look it up for yourselves. And we're getting a, looks like we're getting a 14 gate for Dunamai. Still not liking his building placement here. This pylon could be further back, like here, and his building should be up closer to the front door. Or he could just choose not to, well, I was going to say you could choose not to wall in it at all, but against Zerg, that would be bad. He's already been hit with a 6 pool in a previous match. He would not want that to happen again. His opponent is getting a spawning pool, already got his gas. He's going to put units in it. So does that mean he's going to be going for some fast speed lanes? Possibly. Possibly. Oh! And Dunamai's finally going to scout. Thank you, Dunamai, for scouting. I think a couple of your games went poorly because, well, your last game may have gone poorly because you didn't scout and he had his army at an opposite base. He had his entire army at a base where there was nobody, and that's when, like, a major attack came at him, and that was just absolutely devastating. And you could probably stop rallying. You should know where the Zerg is now. And the spawning pool is done just in time to get the 100 gas. Is he going to get that speed upgrade? Oh, speed upgrade, speed upgrade, speed upgrade. There's no reason to get the gas early if you're not getting the speed upgrade. There's the speed upgrade. It was a little late. Now, is he going to pull his drones off gas? Sometimes I'll pull my drones off gas at this point for a little bit because you want to get your minerals off, especially if you're going, well, I guess especially if you're going Zerglings. I always have excess minerals when I go a lot of Zerglings anyhow. But he's going to keep them there in gas, which I guess is fine. Oh, we're going to see a proxy pylon. This probe's kind of acting a little suspicious. Not really sure what he's doing. And what do we got going on here at Dunamai's base? The Zealot's in the wrong spot. The Zealot needs to be over here, and it doesn't even look like the Zealot can block off. And he's not even rallying his units. Trying to get his Cybernetics core. See, if he had his Cybernetics core before his second gateway, then he could be already getting his warp gate technology out, and he could add this proxy pylon would actually do something. But right now, the proxy pylon is not going to do him any good. The Zerglings are running out on the map. It looks like they're scouting. I'm not really sure what this Zergling's doing. It looks like he found a wall. Yeah, these Zerglings are going to run into this Zergling's going to run into these Zealots, but he will know where his opponent is. Is he going to do enough to pull his Zealot or his Zergling out? Oh, his Zergling is going to die. He did not get very good scouting information. Let's see if we can find out what exactly he saw. He did see the Cybernetics core. If he were paying, he probably wasn't paying attention, so he didn't see that warp gate technology was coming. I really don't think he needs to chrono boost anything out right now. And going for Forge, I don't know about this. I'd just like to see him, he's got this forward pylon, maybe just go 4-gate and see if he can end this. 4-gate is a pretty strong build. He could afford to throw down a couple more gateways. He should be chrono boosting out his warp gate technology, and he could have a pretty good force down here. Fortunately, the Zergling did not scout this pylon. He does not know it's here. Looks like he maybe just missed it. Seems kind of early for the proxy pylon. Well, I guess it's not. You can, if you're not afraid it's going to get spotted, then yeah, you can throw it down early. And his warp gate technology is almost done. I'd like to see him advance his army to this pylon. And I've got another Zergling. Is he going to lose another Zergling trying to scout? Looks like he's going to try to scout. And the Zergling's, yeah, the Zergling's not going to get any additional information. And now he's getting a third gate. That's just a pylon. I'd like to see him get a fourth warp gate. Possibly. I think his army's moving out a little late. And now he could start warping in units right here as he moves his army out. And, ooh, this Zergling might get in now. He's just sending a string of Zerglings in. Oh, but no, he's going to see this army. I don't know why. I don't know why the juryu keeps sending his Zerglings in one by one to die. Yeah, that's right. Keep the Stalker there. I think the Stalker might actually block it off if he's on hold position. I don't know if he is or not. And he really needs to be getting a round of units warped in right here. He really needed to rally here and warp in some units. Why is he not warping in units to his proxy pylon? He's got a warp cooldown. What is he doing? He's going to spot the expansion. There's a lot of Zerglings here, and the Zealots are not taking the brunt of the attack. The Stalkers are, which is the absolute reverse of what needs to be done. That was not well executed army attack, and now they're going to clean up the Stalkers. The Zealots have got to be the tanks in that situation. And he definitely needed to get a round of units out of his warp gates to bring with those guys. So I'm not sure what he has his pylon here for if he's not going to use it. He's instead deciding to warp in at his base, throwing down a photon cannon. I don't think he needs it. Now he's getting a Stargate. So I'm not entirely sure what his plan is right now. He's getting the +1 armor. He seems to like that. Let's get the production tab out. Oh, we do have Mutalisks here for Juryu. I spent so much time at Dunamai's base, I did not see what Juryu was up to. And he's getting a +1 attack for his Zerglings, +1 attack for his Mutas, and oh, he's queuing up in an upgrade? This is a mistake. Queuing up is bad, but especially for an upgrade, because those things are not cheap, and it's tying up all his resources in it. And now he's getting a ton of Zerglings, which I think the Dunamai needs to get more Zealots. He needs to get more Zealot heavy. I mean, he doesn't know what his opponent is up to. And if we check how much he's scouted, he scouted almost nothing, so he doesn't really know what his opponent's up to. And now we're getting the +2 attack for the Zerglings, but he really needs to get more Zealots to take care of those, to take care of all those Zerglings that he saw. Or sentries. Sentries would be good too. He does have a sentry in his army. He probably could get more. It looks like his warp gates are on cooldown. He needs to get another round of units out of these. I'm not sure why he's going Void Rays. Mutalisks will, I personally think Mutalisks will eat up Void Rays, so I'm not really sure what the point of the Void Rays is right now. I think he's gotten too hung up on people that say getting Void Rays in your army is pretty cool. He did lose his proxy pylon to these Zerglings. And he really needs to move down to the watchtower. If you're going to move to the center of the map, take the watchtower. You can't see anything that's going on around him right now. There you go. Apparently he's just going to say hi to the watchtower and then goodbye. That lone Mutalisk could have been in danger if these Stalkers had caught it, but this army looks way too small. And once again, the Stalkers are trying to take the brunt of the attack. His Zealots did kind of block it off a little bit there. That'll help some. And it looks like, oh, is he cleaning it up? His Stalkers, oh, he could micro his Stalkers a bit because they are in a bit of trouble. Now the Zealots are going to take the damage from the Zerglings. That's how they need to be used. Give these Stalkers some time to regenerate their shields, hopefully. And the Void Ray here is going to do some help, but I would have liked him to see to get him get a bigger ground army for this. But it looks like the Void Ray is charged. This hatchery is going to go down. Looks like he is going to try to pump out some Mutalisks from those eggs. Yeah, that egg is trying to become a... Oh, and now he's got Mutalisks behind him. That's going to clean up this army, because there's only the Void Ray left to shoot at them. Oh, and the Sentry, I suppose. Guardian Shield will just last a little longer, but now these Zealots are just going to say, fine, we'll go right into the main. And they're going to go for the Queen. This Queen is not long for this world. One of the Zealots goes down. We have no reinforcements coming for Dunamai, which is probably a mistake. If he had was reinforcing this whole time, he probably could have ended this game. But these Mutalisks will clean up these sentries, or these Zealots. I don't know why I said sentries, but oh wow, he's got almost all the drones gone. We checked harvester count. He does have 15 harvesters, but where are they? Oh, there they are. There they are. They did escape. But he is now not mining any resources. This is huge advantage for Dunamai. I really don't like him pumping out the Void Ray. It's not going to do him any good right now. He needs Zealot, Stalker, maybe Sentry right now. That's all he needs. And he's not using his Warp Gates. Why is he not using his Warp Gates? He's going to move out with 4 Zealots and a Void Ray? He saw the Mutalisks. He knows they aren't dead. This Void Ray is not going to save him against the Mutalisks. I don't know what he's doing right now. Oh, he does have 1 Stalker. 1 Stalker is not going to stop 3 Mutalisks, not even with a Void Ray. I see some more units rallying. Just another Void Ray. This is the absolute not the right unit combination. Zealot Stalker is all he needs at this point. He took down the expansion, which juryu is trying to rebuild, but he knows Mutalisks are on the map. He needs something to go against Mutalisks. I mean, more Zealots in the first attack would have been better, just to take on all those Zerglings, but now he needs to transition into a few more Stalkers because he knows that there's Mutas on the map. Okay, there's some more Stalkers. Here comes another Pylon. He still could get another round out of his Warp Gates right now. They're just sitting there. I don't like this. I'd much rather him get this Pylon finished, get another round of Warp-ins from that Pylon before he moves in. He is going to take out 1 Mutalisk and scare the other ones away. He needs to not chase these down. Here comes the Zerglings. Oh, looks like a misrally is going to... Well, actually, the misrally might work out for him, possibly, because the Zealots are not in position now, but they are going to clean them up. Here come the Mutalisks. They're going to fly right over the Stalkers. This should be enough to clean up these Mutalisks. And I'm not sure what the Zealots are doing. There's nobody here to help. Maybe he just wants to keep them grouped up. Maybe that's not a bad idea. And now we're going after Overlords, which is not kind of far away from getting supply blocked. I think he needs to not be focusing on the Void Rays, or not focusing on the Overlords right now. And the drone, he's pulling off the drones to attack, but the Queens are blocking them. So the Queens are going to go down, and the drones are not doing much good. And these Mutalisks are coming in too small groupings, and here comes the reinforcing army. And juryu is going to leave the game. Not going to give a GG. I think both players could have done this better, but in the end, I think Dunamai just had the superior army composition. I was a little worried, but he seemed to pull it off. He did get enough anti-air in this second push, more than I thought he was planning to get, and did hold off the Mutalisks, which were the biggest threat at that point. So he's going to finish his qualifier matches a 2-3, if I counted that right. And well, I don't have his placement handy right now, so you'll have to look him up yourself. But I hope you enjoyed this game, and I hope you enjoyed this qualifying series for the comeback kid Dunamai. So have a day.